PETA wants to pay for your vasectomy. Good morning, this is Toad Vlogs, and this is the morning show. And apparently, the people for the ethical treatment of animals wants to give somebody a free vasectomy. This is a very strange story. Spayed or neutering your pet is for the benefit of the pet. As well as, like owners, that don't spay or neuter their pet do not, it cause all kinds of health problems, as well as unwanted pets end up often being euthanized or dumped into the country where they can't cope. So for PETA to take a stance that's almost against spay or neutering is just strange. And in their statement, they seem to be for it, but they also want to spay or neuter you, which is extremely weird because, in the United States and Canada and most of Europe have negative population growth. That means that we are producing less babies than there are adults. So, when two parents have one baby, that is one less than, it's a negative. So, for them to suggest that we need to spay or neuter each other to reduce the population growth is not a feasible argument. And the rest of the world is pretty much in line too. China is facing an actual epidemic of reduced population in the near future. Population of China could drop down to 700 million from, I think, 1.2 billion, I think last time I heard. And that's because China is only allowed to have one child, and because male children are considered to have more value, which I don't understand, there is not enough female to male ratio to repopulate, and they're looking at a devastating reduction in population, which could cause a meltdown there, as far as who's going to pay for the older population. Now, in Canada and the United States, they bark up this crap that there's we can't afford to pay for the older people. But that's not true, because we have what's called immigration. We bring people in from other countries and they restore the tax base. That's what immigration is all about. That's why there's a specific number, is to keep that tax base going. So if they tell you that, that's bunk. But yeah, for PETA to say that giving somebody, sterilizing a human in North America is going to reduce the population explosion, that's not true. In fact, the population explosion has pretty much been dealt with already. It hasn't peaked yet, but it's heading there. Even places like India are getting closer to getting their population under control. And most of the rest of the world already has. So, yeah, they're fighting an argument that hasn't been made in 15 years. This population explosion crap, I remember going through school, and it was going to be the end of the world. There's going to be 28 billion people by 2001. Yeah, it didn't quite happen. And we're actually heading the other way. The population is getting lower and lower. But PETA doesn't seem to understand that. PETA, what's going on with you?